Good morning, here are your answers for yesterday. So hopefully you worked out that the train was heading for the Happy Cave. So today we continue with our counting work, but we're focusing on counting on. So first of all, counting on in ones. Again, if you want to draw the numbers or if you can use the virtual base 10 if you're not in school, that might help you. So looking at this one then, we've got 234. If we add one more, we're going to end up with 235. Can you do the same with this number sequence? So we've got 424, 425, 426. Can you pause the screen, continue with that sequence for 5 more numbers and then unpause to see if you got it right? Okay, so you hopefully have built or drawn, if you need to, 424. And then we're counting in ones. So we've got 425, 426, and then 427 comes next, 428, 429. Now this time, if I add another one, I've actually got 10 here. So I am going to add that one, but I'm going to get rid of those because I'm going to swap them for a 10. So now I've got 430. And then one more would be 431. Okay, so that's counting on in ones. Don't forget when you get to 10 ones, you swap them for 1 10 or 1 rod. Okay, what about counting on in tens then? Let's have a look at this one. So this one's done for us. We started with 563 and we need to add 10 on. So if we add 1 rod into the tens, we'll end up with 573. Here are a couple for you to try. Pause the screen and have a go at continuing these sequences and then unpause to see me going through the answers. Right, so we start with 519. So 500s, 110 and 9 ones. Okay, there's my number. I'm just going to put it like that so you can see it a bit clearer. Okay, right. We then got 529, 539, 549, 559, another 10, 569, 579. Notice I'm not touching the ones at all, and at the moment I don't need to touch the hundreds either. 589. Okay, and now number 2 was 740 to start with. So 700s and 4 10s. And so we had 740, 750, 760, 770, 780, 790. This time, this 10, makes 100. So I'm going to swap it out for 100, which now means I've got no 10s here, but I have got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. And then 10 more gives me 810. Okay, let's look at the last bit then, counting on in hundreds, and then you can have a little go. So this one's done for us. Let's talk through it. We start with the number 617. So we've got 600s, 110 and 7 ones. If we add 100, 1 flat, so 100 in, I then get 700s and 17. Pause the screen, have a go at A and B, and then unpause where I go through the answers. Right, so A then, we start with 260. 50, 30, 40, 60. Here it is. It's quite difficult to show you all these hundreds at once. I'm just going to overlap them a bit for you. So there's 260, 360, 460. Another one would be 560, 660, 760. Notice I didn't touch the 10s and there were no ones to even think about because there weren't any ones to start with. Okay, the next one was 435, So there's my 435, okay? We're adding 100 each time, moving on in hundreds. 435, 535, 635, 735, 835, 935. I wonder if you can tell me what would come next. Some of you might have been able to tell me that after that, we'd add another 100, which would mean all of those hundreds would turn into 1,000, and we would end up with the number 1,035. Okay, your turn now then. So you have got 2 pages to do today where you're counting on in ones, tens and hundreds. If you finish, there's plenty for you to practice on top marks, or you can go onto Times Tables Rockstars and practice your times tables. And I'll be back tomorrow with the answers.